When I was in middle school, there was this girl in my class who was really, really pretty. So pretty that you're like, wow, I didn't know humans could do that. And of course, she was really popular. Every Valentine's Day, a lot of boys would get her like flowers and give her love notes and ask her out. On her birthday, she would get a bunch of balloons and flowers. Every time there was a school dance, you bet there were multiple boys asking her to go to the dance. And I would always think, why doesn't that happen to me? Am I ugly? Like, I was 13 years old and I was already self-conscious about the size of my butt, the size of my chest, my eye color, my skin color at one point. I just wanted to be pretty. And this caused me to basically accept any boys' compliments and be flattered by it, not realizing that there was a motive behind their words. I had a boyfriend, it doesn't count, okay, it doesn't count. And all he had to do was compliment me. My self-esteem was so low. That's all it took to woo me off my feet. Well, fun fact, he's in prison right now because he tried to kill his girlfriend and her mother. I am not lying. He is literally in prison, I think for like 20 years. So yeah, he was a real charmer. Well, he ended up breaking up with me 3 months later because he wanted to take me to the boys' locker room and well, I don't think I have to keep going for you guys to get a clue of what I'm gonna say. I said no. I was 13 years old. I was not interested or quite didn't even understand what that meant. He didn't like my response and broke up with me. And I remember being so heartbroken, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I lost him. And, oh, he was such a good guy. When this guy was literally trash. Like, why was I crying over a dude that treated me like trash, obviously only wanted one thing from me, but here I was crying over this dude. I then had another boyfriend. Again, doesn't count. The reason I say it doesn't count is because they weren't real relationships. If your mom has to take you guys on your dates in her minivan to the $3 movies, like, that's not a real relationship, okay? You would think I would learn my lesson, but no, I got yet into another relationship in which I was also treated like trash and was again dumped for the same exact reason. At this point, I was 15 and my confidence was at an all-time low. And I know it sounds so pathetic, but yeah, that's how I was basing my confidence. I was basing my confidence based on how I was viewed by males and how I was approached by males. And because guys didn't really pay attention to me, I didn't get Valentine's gifts. I've never ever been asked to a school dance. I didn't even go to prom. It put me in a mindset where my standards were so low and I put myself in situations where I was disrespected. At times I felt scared for myself, my safety. I was so obsessed with getting the attention of a boy that I didn't realize I was completely overlooking myself. It took me a really long time to figure out who I was. It took me an even longer time to realize that contentment should never be placed in how others view me, how they view my body, how they view my level of sexiness. I was so concerned about how pretty I looked that I was so afraid of going in public without makeup. And I tried my best to follow all of the expectations of what a pretty woman should be, but I was so severely unhappy. I was constantly trying to please other people that I completely overlooked myself and what made me comfortable. I can't remember what caused that click, that turn in my head to be like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of following all these invisible rules of what I should look like, what I should be like, just so people can find me attractive. And that is when I started becoming a lot happier, a lot more myself. I'm not quite sure why I decided to make a video about this, but I think it's because what I am telling to you now, I really wish that somebody had told me. Never place your confidence based on whether or not someone else approves of your physical being. Never let anyone disrespect you based on your God-given face. You only get one body. You need to love it. You need to take care of it. If you are surrounded by friends that make you feel bad about yourself, that make you question your worth, pressure to do things that you don't want to do, they are not friends. A friend should be the shoulder that you cry on, not the person who is causing the tears. And boys, oh my gosh, young boys, not all of them, okay, I've met some young bright boys, but for the most part, and I think men can agree, many of them have one thing in mind. They will say and do anything to give up the thing that they want. If there is a boy in your life or a person in your life is constantly draining from you, asking of you, pressuring you, and trying to convince you to do things you do not want to do, that person is lost. They don't know what love is. They are not ready for a relationship. No, you will not be the person to fix them, because let me tell you, it's a lot easier to fall down than to pick someone up. They're gonna go through their own experiences and journey in which they will grow up, but their journey should not include gaslighting you, traumatizing you, threatening you, or pressuring you. It is more than okay to be single. Actually, I think it's beneficial because it allows you to really figure out who you are before you decide to get into a relationship with another human. Hurt people. Humans are naturally selfish, self-centered, self-serving, and if they have some sort of unresolved trauma or issue in their life, they are going to exude the tension in ways that are unhealthy, and you will be caught in that crossfire. And you know what? If there's a person out there that's making you feel bad about the way that you look, you know what? Like, forget them. Honestly, forget them. When someone tries to insult you or tries to make you feel bad about yourself, that says a lot more about them as a person than about you. They are lost, they're broken, they're dealing with their own unresolved issues, and they're honestly just projecting. It is not your job to please the eyeballs of strangers, okay? If they don't like it, they can just leave. The only thing that we owe each other is love and respect. And if they can't give that to you, they're not grown yet. They're not ready yet. Just let them go. I am 24 years old now, and this is the most confident I've ever felt. I'm feeling myself, y'all. Man, I really wish I had this confidence when I was in high school, man, because it would be over for all y'all, all right? Because at the end of the day, I know it sounds so cheesy, but confidence really, really exudes from within. And true beauty comes from a humble heart. Alrighty, y'all, that was the video for this week. I really hope that somebody out there benefited from my advice. And if you find yourself in a position where you're not confident, you're not comfortable, there are relationships that are pressuring you, I just urge you to find the strength to find people you can trust, that they can help you through this journey. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.